Hey everybody, this is David here, aka Chessman, and today we're going to be looking at the World Championship match that happened in 1990, the World Chess Championship match, I should say. This was between Garry Kasparov and Anatoly Karpov, both Russian. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to look and find out what openings they used in each of their games. There was 24 rounds, so there's 24 games and let's get to it. If you haven't seen my videos before, I use 365chess.com to find the tournaments and to find the games. And there's this unique feature where I can see what opening they used, and it'll tell me the opening. So we're going to use that, and let's get started. So, all right, so take out your notes, whatever you use to take notes. This is You're meant to take notes so you can see what openings they played, so it'll give you an idea of what openings would be good to learn. I think we should follow what the best chess players in the world play and copy after them. So let's do that. All right, so first game. In the first game, they played an E81 King's Indian Samish with move 5 kingside castles. And in case you're not taking notes and you're just watching visually, you're visually learning, I'm going to play the moves. The game went d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, f3, kingside castles. And if you come to this website, what you can do is you can look at different Grandmaster games that were played from this position and see what moves they made and add that to your repertoire as well. But we're going to move on. That was game one, E81 King's Indian. We're gonna try. Let's see. Hang on a second. Oh, I think we got life. There we go. All right, sorry about that. So that was game one, E81 King's Indian Samish. Game two. There we go. All right, game two. They played a C92 Roy Lopez closed with move 9H3. And the opening went the opening went E4, E5, knight f3, knight c6, come on. Boy, I think I'm having some technical issues. God works in mysterious ways. All right, let me redo that. Okay, so it went e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, kingside castles, bishop e7, rook e1, b5, bishop b3, castle kingside, c3, d6, h3. That was the C92 Roy Lopez. Let's see if we can keep going. There we go. In game 3, they played the E92 King's Indian classical variation. And the opening went d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, knight f3, kingside castles, bishop e2, and e5. That's the E92 King's Indian. Next one, we already covered this one, so we're not going to cover it again. It's the C92 Roy Lopez closed with move 9h3. So that was game 4. Game 5. Game 5, they played the E94 King's Indian Orthodox variation. And the opening goes d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, knight f3, castle kingside, bishop e2, e5, kingside castles. That was the E94 King's Indian. Game 6, they played the C92 Roy Lopez closed with 9h3 again, so we're going to skip that one. Game 7, they played the E94 King's Indian Orthodox variation, which we covered in Game 5, so we'll skip that one. Game 8, they also played the C92 Roy Lopez closed with move 9h3 again, so we're going to skip that game. Alright, so Game 9. Game 9, they played the D85 Grunfeld exchange variation. And the opening goes d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5. And that is the D85 Grunfeld. Alright, now Game 10. In Game 10, they played the C43 Petrov modern Steinitz attack. And that opening goes e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, and d4. And that is the C43 Petrov. Alright, so on Game 11, we've seen this one already. It's the E92 King's Indian Classical. We covered that in Game 3, so we're going to skip that one. Game 12, they played the C92 Roy Lopez closed with knight h3 again. So we're going to skip that one. Game 13, they played the D85 Grunfeld exchange variation like in Game 9. So we're going to skip that one. All right, Game 14. In Game 14, they played the C45 Scotch game. And the opening goes e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4. And that is the C45 Scotch game. All right, Game 15, they played the D85 Grunfeld exchange variation again. In Game 16, they played the C45 Scotch game again. In Game 17, they played the D85 Grunfeld exchange variation again. In Game 18, they played the C92 Roy Lopez closed with knight h3 again. I can't, now I'm lost. Game 19, they played the E92 King's Indian classical variation, which we've covered. In Game 11. Game 20, which Kasparov won. He played the C92 Roy Lopez again. All right, so Game 21. Game 21, they played the E87 King's Indian Samish Orthodox with move 7d5. And that opening goes d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6, f3, castles kingside, bishop e3, e5, and d5. And that is the E87 King's Indian. Game 22, they played the C92 Roy Lopez again. Game 23, they played the E87 King's Indian Samish again, like in Game 21, which Garry Kasparov won, and he just needs a draw now to clinch the match. And that's Game 24. In Game 24, the final game, they played an A17 English opening. And the opening goes c4, knight f6, knight c3, and e6. That is the A17 English opening. Just played by Viktor Korchnoi in 97 games and Mikhail Tal in 31 games. So you can come over here and look at their games. So those are all the openings that were played in this match. So I hope you have that down. If there is one game that you think, or more than one that you think is worth analyzing in particular, leave it in the comments and I'll try to do it on my channel. If there's another tournament besides the World Championship matches that you think I should do this for, let me know in the comments as well, and if I can find it on this website, I'll do it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. The next one I do is probably going to be between it's going to be Garry Kasparov and Anatoly Karpov again, except in 1987 at Seville. Yep. So that's the plan. As long as I can keep finding these matches on this site, I'll keep doing it. It seems to be pretty popular, so I'm happy to do it. I hope you're getting a lot of openings to commit to memory, and you just got to figure out which ones are going to be part of your repertoire. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a series where we do that. I'm not sure. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great one. Bye.